Alright, these are 0, 1.5 notes, two-step equations. You'll be able to solve multi-step, aka two-step equations. I'm going to walk you through. First thing first, we talked about last time was what variables are. Now, you know variables are just a symbol. But now what is a term? A term consists of a sign, a number, a variable, and a power. Now you heard a little bit about powers in middle school, and you know about signs and numbers, and we just talked about variables. So we're just going to put some of those pieces together and make a term. A term is a collection of symbols, including a plus sign or a minus sign, a number, a variable, and a power. Just like I said. So what does that look like? It looks like these examples down here. This is a positive 1x to the first power. This is 6v to the third power, negative 2x to the first power, and positive 8. It doesn't have a variable, but it's a hidden variable with the power of 0. With that being said, not all terms have all the four components. Well, not all four components that are seen or written. Some of those things you just have to remember that this is a positive 1x. There's an imaginary 1 there, and there's an imaginary 1 in the power. Just like here, negative 2x. The power is positive 1, but we don't write it. So not all four components are always going to be written, but they're all four components are there. Just not always written. In equations we are working with, we could have several terms. Our goal is to still isolate the variable using inverse operations. Alright, so here we have example 1. 6x plus 4 equals 16. We have two terms, 6x and positive 4. Our goal are two terms on the left-hand side. When you have multiple terms, you have to take care of the addition and subtraction and move those terms to the other side of the equal sign first before you could deal with the term that has the variable that you're trying to isolate, which is the 6x. So first we move over the other terms before we work with the term with the desired variable, aka the x in it. So let's literally do that problem together. 6x plus 4 equals 16. We first got to subtract 4 from both sides. So we get 6x equals 12. We then divide by 6 to both sides and we get x equals 2. And that'll be your answer. Just like you see here, and this is how it's written out, given. So what's given to you is called the given. We then subtracted 4 from both sides of the equal sign. We then simplified it. 16 minus 4 is 12. Carry down to 6x. That's what I mean by simplified. Then we divide by 6 to both sides of the equal sign. So the 12 divided by 6 gets us 2. So we have 5x plus 18. This is a new problem, example number 2. We're going to subtract 18 first. So we get 5x equals 15. Divide by 5 to both sides, and you get x equals 3. And there it's all written out nice and pretty, all typed up. Number 3. Now we have 4x minus 20 equals 40. So we're going to deal with the term with the addition and subtraction first before the term with the x in it. So that minus 20, we're going to add 20 to both sides. So we get 4x equals 60. Then we're going to divide by 4. And 60 divided by 4 is 15. Example 4. So once again, there's a negative, not a big deal. You can still handle it. Do the inverse operation. The opposite of minus 15 is plus 15. So you get 7x equals 21. Divide by 7. and you get x equals 3. Eight x minus 5 equals 27. Add 5 to both sides. So you have 8x equals 32. Divide by 8. You get x equals 32 divided by 8. That's going to be 4, as you see here. Number 6. Add 5 to both sides. So we get 28 divided by negative 4 to both sides. So 28 divided by negative 4, that's going to get us negative 7. So we're given, add 5 to both sides of the equal sign, simplify, divide by negative 4 to both sides of the equal sign, and there's a solution of x equals negative 7. And this one's a little bit different. You can see there's now a division here. So we have x plus 5 divided by 7. Anytime you have a big division bar, what you could do, you could put parentheses around this, if you'd like. This divide by 7 applies both to the x term and the 5. So to get rid of that divide by 7, we got to multiply by 7 to both sides. So it'd be x plus 5, the times 7 and the divide by 7 cancel out, so we have x plus 5 is equal to 70. And subtract 5 from both sides and you get x equals 65. Alright, let's look at number 8. With number 8, you have that divide by 3. So that means you got to multiply by 3 to both sides. So the times 3 and the divide by 3 cancel out, and you get x minus 9 is equal to 8, 16, 24. Add 9 to both sides. And you're going to get x equals 33. Number 9. Now see that this division bar is a little bit different. The division bar is just underneath that x. So with this problem, the divide by 4 is with that x term. So we have to take care of this minus 7 first. So that's the big difference between them, from this style compared to the previous style. Those are what to do first. When the big bar is underneath everything, you take care of the multiplication first. When the division bar is just with the variable that you're trying to isolate, you save that for last and you have to do the add 7 first. So now you have x divided by 4 is equal to 15. Then you multiply by 4 to both sides. So you're going to get x equals 4 times 15 is 60. So x equals 60. Number 10, x divided by 5 minus 11 equals 9. What we got to do here first is we got to first add 11 to both sides. So we got x divided by 5 is equal to 20. Multiply by 5 to both sides. We get x equals 100. Number 11, this one's also a little bit different. This is minus 5x, it's just a different order. It's the same thing that we've been doing, except now it's a different order. The minus 5x is one term, the negative 16 is another term. What we need to do is take care of this 16 first. Add 16 to both sides. So then we have negative 5x is equal to 23. And divide by -5 to both sides. We're going to get a little ugly decimal, which is okay. 23 divided by -5 is going to be x equals 4.6, and it's a negative because positive divided by negative is a negative. Number 12, this is positive 7 minus 4x equals 10. Subtract 7 from both sides. So we get -4x equals 3. We divide both sides by -4. And we're going to get x equals -0.75. Alright, so classwork and your homework. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or come next year. I'll be happy to help you out. Alright, have yourself a good night.